Hi, everyone. Welcome once again to the Career Cruise podcast. I love visitors. Oh my God. And I keep telling you to come and visit me on the show. So today I have a visitor. Her name is,
Lydia Atambo.
yes, Dr. Lydia Atambo. She's a doctor. Takudunga sindano. So, but we're here to have fun and just get to know each other a little bit more and share insights on career in an unconventional way. So we're going to have fun with some card games, and that's what we're doing. We're not gambling, we're just playing, question and answer sort of cards as we have our conversation. Welcome once again. For those who are new, please remember to share this, subscribe, like it, comment, tell us what you think, and give us your ideas. And please, once again, I love visitors. You better come and join me on this show. So yeah, we'll get into the game with Dr. Lydia, and you guys can follow along. And you have any questions for her, please write in. I'll definitely forward them to her and she can answer. Or we can have her come over again another day. Karibuni sana, let's have fun. So Dr. Lydia, this card game is called, okay, so let me hide. It's called Our Moments. I don't see the question. So it's called Our Moments. So we're going to have a few good moments together on the show today. Do you want to start or I start?
I think I'll let you start. Meaning I pick.
Yes.
Then I ask you. Okay.
Yes. So the audience can also get to know me better.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the first question is, what is the one thing you couldn't live without?
Hey, that's a tough question now because my life has evolved quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine living without my family.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I also need my phone.
Yes. Phone and family on the same level.
Yes,
okay.
phone, family.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I think I'm very dependent on my phone and very dependent on my family.
Mm-hmm.
And by family, I mean the little clan that I'm raising.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, and I definitely can't live without fellowship, in terms of my relationship with God. It's a huge anchor for me.
Excellent.
Yeah, so I'm happy that it has come to the fore of my mind.
Okay, thank you for telling me 3 things that
Oh gosh, I've told you 3 things.
Yeah, but that's fine.
Okay, fine. And you? Can I ask you the same question?
Yeah. That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
I think I'll answer the same as you. I think family
And
and God. Family, God, and money.
Yes.
Because you can't sustain a family without money.
Yeah.
In this Nairobi, inflation. Yeah.
Yeah. Even in New York.
Yeah, even in New York.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll go next.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the world do you feel the most comfortable?
Oh, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
Where in the world
do
I feel most comfortable?
Yeah.
It used to be places like when you travel out during the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, I say things like shags.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
What's there? What are we?
Like we've been able to set up.
Mm-hmm.
I've planted bananas and oranges and things.
Uh-huh.
So I want to go check up on my on my things. I used to hear my parents saying such things.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I like it there.
That is so nice because for me that's one of the aspirations I have, and I hope that can be a reality soon enough.
Mm-hmm.
I have already pictured the kind of garden I want. I want avocado trees lining up the compound.
There you go. Yeah.
I want lemon trees and orange trees, and of course a pink lady there, the little apples.
Uh-huh.
And then I can imagine like a rosemary bush, and when the wind blows, that's all that's getting into your lungs.
Yeah.
Gosh, I'm really aging, eh?
It is
but
real.
10 years ago, I'd have said at the beach.
I know.
Yes.
I would have said, Mombasa, things like that.
Yeah.
But no.
Yeah. And then maybe when you're super in love at 20, you're like, in my boyfriend's arms. But that's not.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, next.
Okay. Oh, what is your favorite childhood memory?
Actually, as much as I used to complain about it, I really loved going to the village with my parents. Like, gosh, let me tell you. So first of all, we're 5 kids in our family. And then we're all born poop, 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 year after year. So during the school holidays, my parents would go around the schools picking us all up. And I'd be the last one to be picked up. And we all bundled at the back of the pickup truck. And we all go shoop straight to Shags, okay, the village. And then at the time, my parents were setting up, just like you've mentioned, and we planted so many trees. And you know, like I look back, I'm like, those were actually very happy times. Yeah, like the innocence, the joy. And then now when you go and see the trees, like more than 20 years later, there's so much shade and fruits to eat, and it's just lovely.
And you can see time.
Yes,
Time, the tree.
time has passed. Yes, yeah.
Mine would be a weird one. We were born same, like that.
Boom, boom, boom.
But we were 4 girls in the middle.
Oh, nice.
So what was interesting was that my mother would make us dress the same. Like literally 4 girls, the same. You know, same color, same shoes, same dress. And I remember one time someone actually stopped us on the road and asked us, which school is this? I was like,
what?
This is it, I'm done. And I think at that time I hated it. But now that I'm grown up, I miss that. We were so close. We were so close.
The same?
No, we don't, of course. But I miss that sisterhood and that, like, you know, the simple things. Like, we were so close. Nowadays, we hardly see each other. Yeah, because we're so far away.
Do you have a WhatsApp group at least?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. But I miss that we had so many things in common. Yeah, I think I miss that.
And then, so you said it's 4 girls in the middle, and who's at the front?
So boy.
Yeah.
Then 4 girls in the middle.
Oh, nice.
Then parents. Yeah.
Parents are so lucky. I think this is for you. We're in 2024. What was the most surprising thing that happened to you this year?
Gen Z. They took me by surprise. Yeah. But it's a good surprise. Previously I'd only had HR people talking about how vocal they are and how bent they are on their human rights and what they want and what they don't want. But I think this year I saw them in a different light, that they came correct. They still know what they want, right?
Yes.
But I think I like their collective effort, their collaboration, their unity of purpose. I mean, it's beautiful to watch. Yeah.
So for me, I've always been a lover of the Gen Z. I feel I relate to them in a sense because I'm slightly rebellious. And I've always liked to play on the fringes, but being an elder millennial, I'm not just I'm an elder. This is Niloale wa Kwanza. So I also know very well that getting off the way is not received very well. So when I see them doing things which are a bit unconventional, I'm cheering them on and hoping that they don't like go too far off and get lost in the sauce, because you can get lost in the sauce. And the world definitely needs a level of order and structure.
That's true.
But I also know that some of these structures are not very good. You know, the order that they keep is not a good or not a healthy order.
Yeah.
So what has surprised me this year? This is still in line with the Gen Zs. So here in Kenya, so first of all, I'm part of a book club, and we set out books to read at the beginning of the year. And so we picked a book for the month of July, and it thoroughly coincides with what is happening right now in our country.
And it had been so picked.
Yes, so I'm really shook to the core. And while the story is not a story for Kenya, it's a story for Sri Lanka, it's in alignment with what's going on here. So I'm really shaken. I'm like, wow, that's very surprising. Yeah, but also on a good note, I actually didn't think I'd start the podcast this year, so I'm happy I did. It was a surprising move on my part, and I feel like it was a good thing I forced myself to do this. Yeah. You're picking, right?
Yes.
Okay.
About podcasting, yes.
Yes.
It's also one of my achievements for 2024. Yes.
We're doing this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I the one who asked?
Yeah.
She asked.
I asked you, so it's your time.
Okay. What was your favorite thing that you learned this year, either in school or outside of it?
So guys, so I have a son in grade 2, and he did midterm exams the other day. And then he was talking about the colors of the flag of Kenya. And you have the green, the red, the white, you know. And we're going along with it, the black. And then, so of course you have to say, what does white mean? What does green mean? And this boy just wrote that green means vegetarians.
He got an A.
oh, whoa.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So now we had to have a discussion, like, why would you write vegetarian rather than the vegetation of the country? And he's quite witty, and I'm thinking, this guy is like, so he's not Gen Z, he's Alpha. Their thinking is how they approach questions to life is very different from how we approach, because I think we were more crammers.
Yes.
And then we'll understand later. So that was very surprising, and actually just questioned me. I felt like I've been questioned. How do I approach questions to life? And how do I give my answers based on what? So for him, every time he goes to a restaurant and he sees the green section, he knows that's the vegetarian section. So that makes sense to him. Yeah.
Okay.
And for you?
Well, what's an interesting one? So I'm unable to think of an answer, but we went camping the other day.
Oh wow, camping.
Yeah.
You're camping?
Yes.
At your big age?
Yes. I'm part of a club, so we needed to go camping.
This is so fun.
Yes. And I think I was reminded of, so we're learning about stars. And we're just, it was just interesting to see how small the earth is and how big the moon and the sun are. But then what was interesting is that the phones now have an app.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So you can download the app. So we went camping and we're learning about stars. And what was interesting is that the earth is really smaller. But then we learned about the Milky Way and all those things. But what's interesting is that there's now an app on the phone that you can download. And when you have the app and you put it on and you put it up, it can literally show you the different, it can show you Libra.
Like in the sky.
Yes, you just
point it up.
Yes, you point it up and it tells you Libra, all those stars.
Wow.
Yes. So it was so interesting. So where we were camping, of course, the sky was so clear. And we're just doing this and it kept showing Scorpio and
wow.
Yeah, very nice.
The stars on the zodiac.
Yes.
Wow.
Very nice.
What does that make you feel?
It made me feel very small because it's so interesting that, you always think about things around you.
Yes. You're the main character.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now it makes you think that beyond the world there's more. Yeah. So I think that was interesting for me.
That's interesting. That's really nice. So I'm picking. Wow. Okay. What is your favorite piece of art?
Oh, my favorite piece of art.
Yes.
I don't think I have. I don't think I have a specific one. Yourself?
Do you go to the museum or anything?
Not really. But when I have friends who paint, I go through their collections. And,
okay. You've not picked any from them?
No.
Okay.
But there's this artwork by Christine Nyairo. She did For Waiting Wombs. Have you seen it?
No, I need to see it. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, they're I think it's their main picture. Yeah, For Waiting Wombs. It's beautiful.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll remember that. I'll check it out. For me, my favorite piece of art, so I'm going to answer very philosophically. First of all, I enjoy art. I really like going to restaurants like Java where they have all these pieces of art they've commissioned on their walls. I know also in Pisha, the children's clinic or hospital, they have such good art on the walls and murals. I really get drawn to the art. Yeah. I haven't been to the museum in a long time. But like when I come across art pages on Instagram, I'm looking, and some of them is very naughty.
Yeah.
It's very sensual. It's very soothing because of the color combination and everything. But I had someone saying, because I listen to a lot of podcasts, I had someone saying, you should make yourself be your favorite piece of art.
Oh.
Yes. And the idea is to keep on working on yourself, like you are your own canvas.
Okay.
And then the idea of you in your mind is your muse. So, whatever you want to do with your hair, do it. It's for as far as you can stretch it. Even just how you put your clothes together.
So you become a template.
Yes, literally.
Okay.
And then what you're eating, if you're exercising, other people want to gain a bit of weight, others want to lose a bit of weight, so things like that. Even learning how to do makeup, things like that. So basically, it's a way of pouring into yourself so much that it drowns out the noise.
I like that.
Of what you don't have. Because when you look outside, I'm always looking, I see that one has this and I don't have.
Yeah.
So when I look outside, the next time I look at myself, I see what I don't have.
Yes.
But if I'm always looking inside, when I look outside, then I'm not.
You're not comparing.
Yes, I'm not even taken off my seat, for example, by the comparison and even the lack of joy about what obviously there's a lot that I don't have, and I'll never have it.
I think that's appreciating yourself.
Yes.
While working on yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
Excellent.
So I thought, okay, cool. So now I decided to make myself my favorite piece of art. It's been.
I'll never look at you the same. Huh?
Never.
Okay.
So it's been a few years, not more than 4, of
but I agree.
consciously.
Yes, I can see.
You can see.
Yeah, I can see.
Of just consciously just adding up to myself, and I think it's done wonders for me in terms of my self-esteem and confidence.
Yeah.
I still struggle with a bit of imposter syndrome, so at least now I'm more aware. Yeah.
But you've done well. High five.
Getting into.
Yeah, you're doing well.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're picking, right?
Okay. What is the most beautiful place you've ever seen? Where?
Let me tell you, our land is so beautiful. Kenya is so beautiful, guys. If you're watching this podcast and you've never been to Kenya, please take this as your invitation. Come to Kenya.
Yeah.
Please come to Kenya. It is so. So, in April, we went to Kakamega, and then coming back, we were driving. Do you know, so there's a part of that area that I'd never been to. So when we were coming back, I think it was from an area called Vihiga all the way to where now you join the Nakuru section.
I agree.
The forest, the views, the vegetation.
Yes.
I felt like I was kind of losing focus on the road.
Yes.
Because at some point you see pink bushes. I've never seen a pink bush.
Yes.
Like what?
Then if you drive all the way to Kericho, I was going to say Kericho. So that's stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah, very nice.
And you see now, because it was my first time, I was using Google Maps.
Yeah.
So I really don't know where I am. I'm just in the middle of...
Please plan for a road trip. It's beautiful. Just wander aimlessly.
Yes.
You'll be surprised. Yes. It was also my first time. We just drove by Kakamega.
Yes.
Then I think we went to Eldoret.
Yes.
Yeah, very nice.
For me, actually, I'll be honest, I felt a little sad when we arrived in Nakuru.
Yeah.
Because now I was like, I've left those views behind.
Yeah.
It's too beautiful. Yeah.
I agree.
Yes. You agree?
Yes.
Good. Everybody, Kenya is beautiful. Come.
Yeah. Beyond Mombasa.
Yes, please. Yeah. The beaches are lovely, but the bush...
Yeah.
It's my turn. Okay. Oh my God, this is a nice question. So if you could have one dream come true, what would it be?
Oh.
It's hard to say one. But say one.
If I could have one dream come true.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, Aki, we're still dreaming. We're still
dreaming, but I think, and I'm on the career podcast, I think I would want to, the current vision that I'm building, I would want it to actualize.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, career-wise, I think that would be awesome.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I have a million dreams, so let me answer one question. What is the one dream that I love to come true? Career-wise, I definitely love to see myself as a lawyer, as an advocate.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to go to law school, so it's one of the dreams that I have, and I'm working towards that. Guys, send money.
Sending.
Money. Yeah, so I want to go to law school, and that would be amazing. Like if I could just get out of this episode, and on the other side,
Okay.
I'm a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah. No, an advocate. Let me not say lawyer. Advocates, yes.
I think another dream, now that you spoke it, that was
Yes.
career.
Yeah.
I think it would be beautiful if I would see myself old and grey, my grandkids all around me.
Tapping into that grace.
I want it. I
Yes.
want, and I've seen some families where actually school closes and all the grandchildren come.
Yeah.
Purposely.
Yeah.
Like there's purpose in that mission.
Yes.
Everybody comes to my house and they
Yes.
stay for 2 weeks.
Yes.
And everyone is fellowshipping together. I think that would be
Oh,
awesome. I
amazing.
think that would be awesome.
So for me, one of the things that I really pray for actually is a long life,
Yeah.
a long and healthy life. And I'm really notorious. If you check out my digital footprint, I think I'm a stalker. Every time I see people are celebrating their old lady's birthday, like
Yeah.
like just 2 days ago, someone who I don't even know them personally, but I see them on Facebook. So it was their grandmother's 88th birthday, and I was like, happy birthday to her. I tap into that grace.
Amen. From your lips to God's ears.
And then I noticed that here in Kenya, people are hardly touching 95. And then when I see like in Americas, like on Black American pages, someone is 110.
Yeah.
Someone says, oh, happy birthday to my nana, she's 105 today. I'm like, wow. So yeah, I really desire long life. And this one, for the one who turned 88, she had like 1 million grandchildren around her.
I want
so
that.
yeah,
I want that.
yeah, it's
Something
gonna be
into
real.
that, yeah.
Yes. I think it's you now.
Okay. Let me laugh. Because I was asked that question when I came in here. If you could have any pet, which one would you choose and why?
Guys, first of all, me, I like pets, but from a distance. So I like dogs, but I don't think I want dogs in my house. I like cats. Cats don't do well outside. They like to be in the house. I'd like to have an aquarium though. Yeah, I find aquariums very soothing. So just give them their little breads once a day or something.
But you have to wash that aquarium.
Yeah, it's fine. But at least I'm not there all the time. It's not needy like that.
Needy,
yeah, but I think I'd want an aquarium, the pet fish, for the views, the beauty, and then and also it makes the house look nice. I'll enjoy looking at it. It makes the house look nice. I have children. They are begging me for a dog and a cat, and my only excuse, which is a really it's an excuse. The only reason I'm not giving them dogs or cats is because we live in an apartment, guys. There's no space. So I'm sure when you move to a house with a garden, they'll be like,
yeah, you'll be done for.
Yeah.
So
do you have pets?
No.
Okay.
But I like pets from far. But my children are really begging. They're really begging for pets. And I don't know what I'm going to do. But we once had a tortoise.
Oh, Lydia is such a cool mom. Tortoise.
We had gone on a trip, one of those trips.
Yes.
And as we were driving on the road, we almost stepped on the tortoise.
Yes.
It was a small baby. And so we felt sorry for it. We carried it home.
And
we stayed with it. It's
for how long?
It's an awesome animal for
You
almost
still
a year.
have it?
No.
Oh.
We gave it out. So it eats vegetables and carrots and apples and you feed it once a week or something.
And water?
And you put water there, and it's really slow and sluggish, like it bothers no one. It's in the corner. But we felt sorry for it. We thought it was lonely.
Yeah.
So at my children's school, we found an area where they had like 8 tortoises.
Oh.
So we went and added it there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Okay. You guys are so kind.
Yeah. But it was awesome.
Yeah.
For lazy people like me, it worked well.
Did you like mark the tortoise so that when the kids are in school, they can tell that's their friend?
All the rest were big. This one is so small, and they grow so slowly anyway.
Oh, yeah. So it was always going to be the small one.
It was always going to be the smaller one.
Okay, that's a nice rehoming strategy.
Yeah.
But 1 year of loneliness.
No, but it
Not seeing any of their kind.
It would walk and look at us and just like it was so interesting. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I think it's my turn now. What is your favorite holiday and why?
Okay.
Usiseme ushago.
Okay. What's my favorite holiday? I think Christmas. Yes. I think Christmas is nice because we get to see family. And because everyone is taking off at that time, so everyone intentionally comes over. And so we are able to see both sides of the family, and then we do a small nuclear getaway. I think it's nice. So we do this, and then
so
it's nice to catch up with everyone.
You have two.
I have to say,
you have a holiday within a holiday.
Yes.
So the holiday for you and your little family.
Yes.
And then the one.
Yes.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
So the one for the small family, where do you place it? Beginning of or
at the end?
The back of?
At the end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So now during the main time you're with everyone.
Yeah.
What's my favorite holiday and why? I kind of like I like Christmas, but I kind of like that dead week between Christmas and New Year's. When you don't know if it's Monday or Thursday.
Yes.
And you're busy just destroying all your
fitness
goals.
Yes.
So you're supposed to be on a diet, but that diet is forgotten by 20th of December. And I actually just like that time when my mind is not so, because I'm usually on overdrive, but that period of time, somehow things just slow down for me. And I've never really thought about it, but I don't mind it either. Yeah, and then now you quickly.
That's excellent.
Yeah, and it's like as soon as, interestingly, as soon as you get to like the 28th, 29th,
you're back.
You start thinking, what am I doing? The year's come to an end. Yeah, so I have that kind of time where I'm just a little bit of a zombie.
So even your body has learned that it's a burnout time. Then it refreshes during that week.
Yeah,
excellent.
Yeah,
excellent.
So, but I'm looking forward to Christmas this year. I'm looking forward to the conversations in people's homes, especially in regard to what's happening in the middle of the year. Yeah. Okay, cool. I think you're picking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. What is one thing that you're grateful for today?
Today, I'm honestly grateful for safety and security. I am grateful for, just the fact that we can move in and out of places with relative ease. It's things that I've taken for granted for a long time, but now I'm actually literally just counting that as a huge blessing. Another thing I'm grateful for is technology. And especially AI.
Yeah.
I'm getting into AI a little bit more, and it's exciting just to see what's possible, what's not. So I'm grateful to be in this period where I'm actually learning new things and getting excited about them. So yeah.
I think I'm also happy and glad and thankful for safety. I pray for all our children who are out there. I pray that they come back home.
Yes.
I'm grateful for peace. And I hope that we can really get to a place where we have lasting peace, which then looks into justice and all those things.
Yes.
But beyond that, I'm grateful for family, for learning all these things.
Yes.
I mean, you think you know things, and then you're like, oh, there's more to learn.
I know.
So it's an interesting period of just discovering and learning.
Yeah, and I'm also grateful for you. Thank you for coming. Yeah, so guys, we've come to the end of our Q&A with Dr. Lydia. She's doing something amazing. You need to look her up. She is a doctor, and she has had a whole journey in the world of medicine that you'll discover on her podcast. She can tell us a little bit about that right here, so that we have an appetite and know what to look out for when you go over onto our channel. So over to you.
So I'm a medical doctor. I've been in clinical practice for a while. Also got into public health. Yes, but I think I realized that there's a gap in healthy aging. And I think we need to be more intentional in how we age and in the process of retirement. And I know retirement means you've stopped working, but my podcast is really about aligning health and wealth. How do we retire in such a way that your health is optimized and your money is where it needs to be? So we'll be discussing the different components of healthy aging, which align with our mental health, our physical health, our psychological health, our financial health, and our spiritual health.
Did you always want to be a doctor?
Yes, I always wanted to be a doctor. My favorite classes were biology. I looked forward to those dissections.
Yeah.
I loved it.
With Mr. Mwangi.
I loved it. Can even remember.
The frogs,
yes, I loved it. So
you weren't spooked out by blood in school?
No.
How's been your experience as a doctor taking care of human, because it's a human beings on the other side of
I think it's very interesting. It's nice to offer care and then to see positive results from the patient. However, it's also very draining because we're human beings. We connect with the patient. But it's beneficial.
Do you ever feel is there anything that you look back and say that was an amazing memory or amazing time in your 8 years of practice?
I think it's all been awesome. It's all been awesome. They've all added up and made me into who I am today. I mean, the experiences are so diverse and so beneficial.
Which is the most remote clinic you ever, or the hospital?
I've been a town girl.
Oh, you've only got urban doctor.
Urban
you
doctor.
never went to the village.
I did my internship in Kenyatta though.
That was your village?
Yeah, that was my village.
I'm not talking to privileged people. But like Kenyatta is a big deal.
Yeah, it was
because as a referral hospital, I can imagine the disease burden also that you're exposed to, and that does something for your training. What would you tell somebody who wants to be a doctor, and because they're just thinking, I want to be a doctor, so tell us, what is that about? How does someone get there? And is there any mental metal they need to put on, like in the armor?
No, go for it. If it's in your heart, then find it and take it. So just study hard. Med school is challenging, but what I found is that if you create opportunities for where you have dedicated time for reading, but then you also find a group of friends who you get a discussion group with, and you're able to always stay updated, you'll be fine. You'll find.
So nobody should be afraid.
No, go for it. And nowadays there are so many things you can be a dentist, you can be microbiologist, you can even do IT and medicine, biotechnologist. I mean, there's so much you can do.
About injecting
no.
And diagnosing their sicknesses.
No. There's so much you can do.
Now that and again I said I'm loving AI. What has been your experience or thoughts, or rather perspective of AI and the world of medicine?
The world of medicine has been left behind. We are not sharing data. In a timely manner, because you see, you need to have timely data in order to make timely decisions. For example, if there's an outbreak, or if you want a facility to be prepared for XYZ. So, and what we have is silos of data. So every facility has their own. I'm sure we are trying to integrate right now, but our data sharing, our data collection, the timeliness of the analysis and decision making, we are still behind.
So that's not enough to feed the machine.
We are still
produce information.
We are still not there. And then we don't have a lot of the local data that we need to have.
How come?
Just documentation. But there's been a lot of effort to remedy that. So there are positive steps being made into that.
So where do you see that integration maybe in another 5, 6, 7 years?
I hope we can do better. For example, even during COVID, the people who we know died from COVID are the ones who went to hospital.
Yes.
The ones who died in Geshagi. How many died? How many had COVID?
So just because they weren't documented. So
so documentation, awareness of what is going on. I mean, so documentation is really a challenge.
Do you feel like people treat you different when you say you're a doctor?
I do.
In what way?
I do.
Is it good or bad, or what has been your experience?
No, it's just different. But it's, I mean, it is what it is.
Do you feel because there's a lady who I know, she doesn't like telling people she's a doctor until now she has to. And automatically, immediately you say you're a doctor, your name changes from Lydia. Now if they automatically, doctor, come here. So it But we respect the hustle you've gone through to get there. Would you encourage any of your children to pursue medicine?
I would. There's opportunity for growth. There's opportunity to make a difference, though it's a calling. I mean, the hours are long. The hours are long, but go for it. I mean, just go for it.
So when you talk about, say, medicine, and of course your experience has been in Kenya mostly, what has been like the one thing that you've carried with you to sort of help you navigate all the different challenges? Because remember, we are a full society, and then being a woman, it's also part of your career. You're trying to grow your career, you're trying to go places with your vocation. What has been the one, like, maybe let me use the word policy, personal policy, that has helped you like sustain growth and advancement for yourself? Yeah,
I think it's pacing yourself. When you have a small baby, concentrate on the baby. When you're done, concentrate on your career. Yeah, so it's just learning how to apportion time and concentrate on what matters at that point in time.
Yeah.
But when the time comes and you're free, please cruise through your career. You know? Yeah.
So for you, what would be like, before you turn 90, what are your dreams for really making the most of your learnings to impact society?
I think it's having a practice that really impacts society and builds a community where people can find information that is simplified, and then a place where you can quickly purchase things that you need, or find care that you need, or find referrals that you need. I think that would be excellent.
Okay. What do you think about being an influencer and a doctor at the same time?
I have only begun. I don't know, but I think it's interesting. I think it's an interesting journey, and I think there's a lot of learning to be done. Yeah.
Do you think everybody in their career should sort of like be an influencer at the same time?
I think everyone should. Knowing what I know, I've had terms like SEO and who knows what, and optimization and reels. There's a lot to learn, but I think it's social media then feeds into your career. And places you. It gives you a space to market yourself, or to
share your knowledge,
or create your space. You know, something. I think it has a place in everyone's career.
I actually enjoy seeing doctors who are trying to do their thing as influencers. There's a dentist who, oh my God, like, he make me feel like I don't know how to brush my teeth.
Oh, really?
And he's there doing a dance and whatever, and he's doing, and like, wow. And in that like 30 seconds, there's a jig, especially on TikTok, 30 seconds, there's a jig, and he's explained how to and it's how you brush, it's not how you brush, like that.
There's a message to it.
And we're done, and he's really twerked for us. It's over. So, I hope I'm telling you should twerk for us.
Coming soon.
Yeah. To our podcast, yes.
To our podcast.
So here on Career Cruise, one of the things that we enjoy doing is just letting people see what the possibilities are. I know here in Kenya, for people to go into med school straight, you have to have an A grade. Are there any other ways to approach the field of medicine if somebody's grades are, not as good as they should really be as per the cutoff?
I think what you're asking is, you want to care for patients?
No.
You can be a nurse. You can be. I mean, if your grades are not, I don't know how else. Is
there a journey that one can take to finally become a doctor?
Yes, we had one of us who was a clinical officer, finished, practiced, then got enough experience to come and become a doctor. But that was the only one I had ever seen, actually. Yeah. But what I've seen is, when those ones who don't have enough points or whatever, they can get into dentistry. Like they sort of get into the other, so areas. If they don't get into medicine, then they still get into other areas.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not, so people shouldn't be disappointed or locked out.
No. You can still find your space and your calling. Yeah.
Okay.
And what's interesting is that you think you enjoy this, and then you get in, and then you're like, perhaps I would have done this, You also mentioned it. You want to be a lawyer.
Yes.
Yet you did BCom.
Yeah, I did a BCom. Yeah.
So you can find yourself somewhere in there, or you can find yourself changing trajectory,
But still within.
Or you can enter clinical practice, and then you say, perhaps I can go into public health.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
fine.
You're still a doctor.
Yeah, you're still a doctor. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Looking at how our country has been, and even just the continent, what is the future of the practice as a doctor for us, and what are the opportunities and what are the challenges? Because I feel like many times we don't have enough doctors, but then again I hear the numbers sell a different story. Yeah.
So there's opportunity because we don't have enough doctors in Kenya.
Is that true?
Yes, we don't. According to the WHO standard, there's every population, every number of people should have a certain number of doctors assigned to it.
Do you have a ratio?
Yes, there's a ratio, but in Kenya we're yet to meet it. So what is happening is that the ministry posts doctors to their various health facilities.
Yes.
So what has happened is that a lot of the doctors are aggregated around the town centers.
Yes.
Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu. So those are the areas that have many doctors. So what happens is that when you look at Kenya as a whole, they're sort of collected. There's a collection of healthcare workers.
Yes.
And then other areas don't have healthcare workers.
Oh.
So if you're looking at the bigger picture, we don't have enough doctors.
Okay.
Because somewhere in Kenya will not have access to a health facility or a healthcare worker, be it a nurse, be it a doctor.
Okay.
And in fact, what we have is a lot of level 1, level 2 facilities that have nurses and clinical officers. So level 3 is where we start having doctors, and those ones are few and far between. So not all Kenyans have access to healthcare workers. So we need to hire more.
Okay.
But then we also need to pay them well so that they are incentivized to go to the far-reaching areas and be able to live there comfortably. Yes.
Yeah.
You see, when you're in a town center, you live comfortably. If I want extra money, I can do 1 or 2 or 3 things.
Yeah.
When I'm there, I'm there.
Oh yeah.
So you need to incentivize so that people are sent there and they can stay there. So we need more doctors.
So I have a very interesting question. It's interesting because I think it's interesting. You tell me, what is your take on the empowered patient?
I love empowered patients. I don't like patients who come and atuliza manini. Okay, because it takes longer for me to educate you.
Yes.
And even after educating you, you'll be like, you'll still be, no, if you're empowered, you come and we have a discussion and then you tell me I read A and I read B and I tell you option A is not good because X, so go for B. I mean, it becomes a discussion.
Okay. And
if we don't agree, please, it is fine. Look for another doctor and you have the right to ask for a second option or get a second opinion. I love patients who know their rights.
Okay, that's
because you also seek care and you get better quickly.
That is so amazing.
Yes.
Because I know I've had this discussion and I've even had a pushback with a doctor at some point where they felt like, Violet, I think you should have just gone to Google.
Really?
Yeah, because they kept on telling me one thing and I'm like, I hear what you're saying, but this is what I found out. So can we marry the two or at least meet in the middle? And of course they were exasperated because they are the body of knowledge. They are the practitioners and I'm not. I'm seeking their help. So I always ask doctors what they think of empowered patients, because for me I feel it's important to come at least with something on the table to discuss rather than let the doctor be there poking around and make the work easier. All right, what do you think about the levels of child care in terms of medicine here in Kenya? Because I feel as a lay person, I feel children aren't quite covered for their health care, but that's just what I feel. What do you think about it?
I think they're well covered.
I
think the pediatricians we have are awesome.
Okay.
They do a lovely job. They're very passionate. Pediatricians are the most passionate people. They love, they're called. There are those who are called and then they're...
So it's different.
Yeah.
It's calling plus Pro
I
Max.
think they go out of their way to care for their patients. The problem we have is that we don't have enough pediatricians. Again.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So the again, numbers... they are stretched.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think they do an excellent job.
Okay. And would you what do you think about a children's only hospital? Because I know we have Gertrude.
We have Gertrude.
Do you think any other facility should come up?
I think they should.
Yeah.
And they even should have like a children's facility that just deals with brains. And then another one that just deals with... I think we should get to a level where we are that exclusive,
like specialized.
Yes,
when we
because
go to this children's hospital, it's for this situation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that will really optimize care.
What do you think that will do for the body of research?
Excellent. It would be excellent because we'll have, that's how we'll generate our data. And even for doctors, that's how you'll know, when I finish this, I'm going to be a pediatrician.
Okay, sort of like pathways.
Yeah. So the pathway will even become clearer.
Okay. All right.
I think it will be excellent.
What's your aspiration for yourself and for the field of medicine?
My aspiration is that we have a space where doctors can thrive. Doctors can get paid for the work that they do. My goodness.
Yeah.
It's really sad to have doctors sleeping outside.
Yeah.
Just because they're fighting for their rights. I think they give to society beyond the normal. You know, all of us are used to 8 to 5.
Yes.
You know, it wasn't until I became a doctor.
So what is your aspiration for yourself and even for the field of medicine? Like what's the one thing that you'd want to see being arrived at?
So for myself, I would want to get back into clinical practice and of course build a community around myself of patients and caregivers and who are empowered and are receiving quality care. For the medical space, I think there's opportunity to get into IT and genomics.
What are genomics?
Where we study our genes to a point where we can offer treatment that is personalized.
Like DNA,
like kabisa.
Treatment.
Yes,
wow.
Like kabisa.
Okay.
Yeah, so we get into precision medicine, so that we even have studies that are, targeting Africans 100%.
Yeah.
Medications that are tailor-made for the African population. Treatment that is tailor-made for the patient, so that just because you have breast cancer does not mean that because I have breast cancer, now we are the same.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
Of course, they're treated differently, but can it be a bit more precise?
Yes.
I think that would be excellent.
Suitable for everybody. Okay. I like what you said about specific or specified precision medicine. I have a question on culture. Here in Kenya, we like going to the doctor. Okay, I went to the doctor. Yeah, I'm going to the doctor. So, but then you watch TV and you talk to people from other countries, doctors come to them. We have apps now that, you can use to call a doctor or a healthcare practitioner to come see you. Why is that not turning over?
That's a very interesting question. As I said, we don't have enough doctors.
Yeah.
So if you were to call me to come see you, that's eating into the time that someone else would have come to see me. So it makes more sense for me to be in one place and you people come to me. But in the ideal, we would have family doctors.
Yes.
Who are actually going to the community.
Yeah.
And there's actually this guy in UK who does that. He's excellent. So you come to him and you have a stomachache. He follows you to your house.
Oh.
Yeah, he comes and inspects and he's like, this toilet, wash it. This source of cleaning water, you're not boiling your water properly. He really inspects and is able to advise you based on your reality.
Oh, yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah. So I think the family physicians are the ones who are supposed to, but again, I think they're too few to be going to the community.
Yeah.
But in the ideal, that is what should happen.
That sounds
with the
good.
Family physicians. Yes.
Yeah, I like how you've put it, because then I could be going with a recurring condition.
Yes.
But if the doctor comes to my house
and kumbe the roof is leaking.
Yeah.
And there's mold.
Yeah.
And then it's affecting the child who is then coughing. So if I come to your house, I'll tell you, go fix that roof or something,
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's an aspiration to have, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
When it comes to our religious beliefs and practices, where do you feel is a place of medicine? Because we know that Jesus healed the sick, and that So, for you as a doctor, where do you feel you're placed? In our context, that is.
That's a very interesting question. Actually, I was a Christian before I did medicine.
Yeah.
But the more I did medicine, the more I believe in God. Because the human body is so intricate and the workings of it are so magnificent, it could not have been by chance.
Yeah.
And then when you're handling patients, you can have two patients who have the same condition and you treat them the same. One succumbs and one
outcomes are different.
The outcomes are very different. And you did the same thing, you know? It can only be a higher power. So according to me, medicine just cements the fact that there's a higher power. Yeah.
So yes, we will pray, but we will go to the hospital.
Of course, pray and go to hospital because God gives wisdom and knowledge to the doctors to treat, and He works through them. But there's someone out there who created us and thought about it very well and crafted us. Yeah.
Okay, good. So I'm really glad we've spoken to you because I've always just wanted to ask a doctor these questions without feeling like I'm eating into
their time.
Yeah, or like it's not interesting enough or challenging enough. So I'm glad we had this conversation.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, and I'm happy that our people at Career Cruise have had a chance to hear from a doctor what that looks like, the realities of it, the vagaries, the joys. I really hope to have you again. I can already think of a million more questions, but I will not ask them today.
That is
I'll
fine.
definitely be sending you those questions and then we can prepare for another episode. Yeah, so guys, thank you so much for hanging with us. I hope you had fun with the games that we played earlier, and I also hope you enjoyed learning from Dr. Lydia a few of the things from her field. I'm not going to be a doctor, I'll be your lawyer.
And thank you for having me.
But I'll work with her to make sure you're also healthy. Yeah, so thank you for tuning in. Thank you for hanging here. And we'll see you next time on the Career Cruise podcast. Bye-bye.
Bye.